Olwaleero etteeka ly'okubba emmwanyi z'Abannayuganda okubaggyako obuyinza obulima emmwanyi buweebwa Gen. Museveni nga yasalawo ani Munnayuganda ateekeddwa okulima emmwanyi n'ani atateekeddwa kuzirima litabudde Palamenti era ababaka bakubye emmeeza era embeera ebadde ya bukenkenyo nnyini ddala nga n'okulembeddwamu omukulu Joel Ssenyonyi Lero Agyemeseza nankulage engeri ekintu ekigambo bwe kitabuseemu ne Speaker Yona Amongi amaaso ne gamukanuka nga bigambo bimusobyeko.
Actually challengeable, and there is a modus operandi. It starts by at least 40 members standing up, and from what I see, we are over 40. I would like to suggest that
order, Madam Speaker.
You
order,
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I'm still concluding this matter. Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to suggest that you give audience to these over 40 members that have stood.
Which 40 members?
More than 40 here, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I can mention the names.
Honourable members.
order.
Honourable members. But you wanted to debate.
Right Honourable Speaker, you had wanted to know the 40 members. I can mention
Honourable members.
one by one by name.
Honourable members, listen. Honourable members, I want us to, one thing I can assure you, I am not going to put a question on second reading. That's one thing I can assure you. That is one thing I'm going to assure you, but I am telling you, let's exhaust a debate on this report.
Right Honourable Speaker.
Maybe the person I can give my assurance is him. Let's have a debate, then we come back and conclude the thing tomorrow.
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker.
Order.
Honourable members. Honourable members. Honourable members. Does it cost you anything to sit down? Our people are not responding.
Ndowozolaba embeera eriwo yakubba emmwanyi z'Abannayuganda wano no kyekisabudde.
Honourable members, first tell your people to sit before I allow you to talk. No, let them sit. Honourable members. Honourable members. I hope by tomorrow when some of you come, you will not be allowed in. I am saying, let's agree. Let your members sit.
Right Honourable Speaker, just to give you assurance, these members are not standing up because they are defying you. That's number one. We are standing up in pursuit of the rules which provide for a modus operandi on how a decision or a ruling of the Speaker can be challenged. So it is not indiscipline for members to stand.
The members that will have the second reading tomorrow, first thing in the morning.
Actually, that's not the biggest, that's not the issue, right, Honorable Speaker.
Olanya, present your report.
Bwete embeera bw'eri mu Parliament ku tteeka ly'emmwanyi nti obuyinza bukugibweko gwe wenna gy'oli eyo ng'obadde okera ku makya n'ofuna endokwazo n'osimba n'olima emmwanyi nti okukola ekyo kati olina kusobola kufuna lukusa okuva mu ofisi ya General Museveni agambye nti kati gwe simba gwe tosimba gwe simba gwe tosimba gwe kungula gwe tokungula bwe kityo bwe kiri kati ba parliamentary members abaka ba parliament abali ku ludda lw'abantu bagamba nti leave coffee alone leka abantu basigale nga beesalirawo ku biki bye baagala ku mmwanyi zaabwe so sigwe okubasalirawo nti kola kino kuba bingi basazeewo abantu mbu bakole kino nga gavumenti ebasalirawo tebivuddemu mulamwa kati bakabagamba no nga bwe mwakisanga mulina okukireka lwaki mwe mukyusa bye mwasanga bwe biti kubanga baagala buli munnayuganda bamuteeke mu ngalo zaabwe abeereka kuuni abeera awo nga bamuwaako bamulinako obuvunaanyizibwa batufuula abaddu batufuula emmomboze batufuula ebimpemempeme okulima emmwanyi ofuna license olina okusasulira license eyo esobola okuba revoked basobola ogisazaamu anytime any day nabagala tokyakkirizibwa kulima mmwanyi naye nga wazisimba gye ziri nabagala tokyakkirizibwa era nebagamba ziteme Ana abaka parliament batabukidde ne bakuba emmeeza abakulira Lopo Johnson ninda nkulage webitandikidde olabe obuzibu bwe tulina mu ggwanga Uganda tulina okuba nga twetereeza kubanga abantu abamu batume
Abedi.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity, and I want to remind the honorable members in the House that I was sent here by the people of Chimanya Kabonera, and I must have space. Right Honorable Speaker, UCDA, the main mandate of UCDA is to regulate all on-farm and off-farm activities in the coffee value chain, to promote and oversee the quality, and I want to underline the word, the quality of coffee along the value chain, to support research and development, promote production, and improve the marketing of coffee stakeholders in the country. It should be noted that UCDA's main mandate is regulatory and important to ensure compliance with the export requirements and the international food safety standards. Anything that compromises UCDA will compromise our standards and our markets. UCDA is further mandated with the development and establishment of a traceability system intended, among others, to comply with EU deforestation regulation, which is of recent. There is also a requirement of corporate sustainability and due diligence directives. The traceability system, which is a regulatory tool, is supposed to register all participants in the coffee value chain. And it is UCDA that is mandated with that role. We observe that the current UCDA, that currently it is UCDA that is best positioned in terms of professional knowledge, human resource, systems, and accreditations to handle the mandate of quality assurance. And I want to ask the honorable members to underline the word accreditations. And all regulation requirements necessary for coffee value chain and international trade. Right Honorable Speaker, Allow me to elaborate on the accreditation. It takes 5 to 10 years for any system to be accredited internationally. 5 to 10 years. And accreditation involves pre-accreditation, application, desk review, on-site survey, and accreditation decision. That requires 5 to 10 years. The moment we tamper with UCDA, we are going to lose this accreditation. And it is not true that the minister will get the accreditation the next year. We need 5 to 10 years. Mainstreaming UCDA into MAIF risks compromising quality control and regulation, which will negatively affect coffee trade and markets. This will adversely impact on the coffee export from Uganda and our global competitiveness. We are going to be affected. We don't want to try what the neighbors in Kenya and Ethiopia tried and they failed. They rationalized their boards and they were terribly affected. MAIF, and I'm talking about Minister of Agriculture, in its current form, lacks capabilities, systems, and structures to handle coffee quality regulations and the stringent trade requirements for the markets in the coffee trade. MAIF does not have that capacity now. UCDA is designated as a center of Robusta excellence by the Coffee Quality Institute, which is an international institute, in addition to certification and accreditation of UCDA Coffee Laboratory in Rugogo. These tools are very important for our markets. We note that rationalization of UCDA may lead to loss of certifications and accreditations, thus affecting coffee markets. Right Honorable Speaker, there are best practices. In all countries, my colleagues have already mentioned them, all top countries which export coffee, none of them do so by regulating quality through the main ministry. They use agencies. Recommendations. We recommend that rationalization of UCDA, if done, it should be with a transition period of 5 years to allow Right Honorable, I must be protected.
Honorable members, can we have silence?
Right Honorable Speaker, if rationalization is to be done, my recommendation...
There is a procedural matter from Jonathan.
Madam Speaker, Rule 8.3 is very clear. The behavior of members in the House. Rule 8.3, let us listen to a member. Then when we have dissenting views, we will contribute. Madam Speaker, are we proceeding right as a parliament when a member is talking and we are interfering with the member on the floor?
Honorable members, if you feel you cannot be quiet when somebody is speaking, if you're not tolerant enough, the doors are open. Before I send you out myself.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Don't make me go into that extreme. Listen, everybody is being listened to.
Right Honorable Speaker, my recommendation is that if there is any rationalization of UCDA, there should be a transition for 5 years. And my justification is that we need...
Barada, you're not shouting at your co-wife.
Right Honorable Speaker, we need a period of 5 to 10 years to establish the systems and structures that will lead us to get accreditation as a nation. Right Honorable Speaker, I have proposed that in these 5 years, if of transition, the government of Uganda should provide adequate funding to promote coffee in the northern Uganda, including Lango, Acholi, Kalamoja, and West Nile. This area has been waiting for coffee for perennial cash crop for a long time. I've also made a recommendation, Right Honorable Speaker, that in these 5 years, UCDA should be provided additional money for coffee seedlings to the farmers that are required by farmers strategically to help us meet the 20 million bags and meet the target of 2030. Fourthly, government should put in place a fertilizer loan scheme to avail fertilizers to the farmers who need these fertilizers. Right Honorable Speaker, I've also proposed that government should expedite the establishment of the Food and Veterinary Drug Regulatory Agency. And it should be this agency in the future where we put coffee and other food crops that need regulation.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
There's a procedure matter.
Procedure. Honorable Bedi, have a seat.
Procedure.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, we are discussing the bill, either to rationalize or not. We are not in those nitty-gritties of the advantages of the other side. So we need to know from Honorable Bed whether he's here to tell us to rationalize or not to rationalize, other than diverting us and taking us off the major topic. So through your office, Right Honorable Speaker, is Honorable Bed proceeding in the right direction of misleading the whole team by proposing a creation of other things that are not necessary?
Honorable members, you've heard from Honorable Bedi.
Right Honorable, allow me in a sentence to conclude. Right Honorable Speaker, I represent the people of Masaka. We are a coffee growing area. I want to request the members of Parliament that when a Honorable Member of Parliament is presenting, we should be calm, we should allow to listen, and I want to remind you, we came here by our own right. Nobody should ever think that I can come on a microphone and you intimidate me. I
Honorable
represent
members,
the people of Masaka.
honorable members, honorable members, Government Chief Whip, honorable members, honorable members, we have two scenarios here. One, there are actually three. One, you don't rationalize. And when you don't rationalize, you don't go into second reading. That's number one. Number two is that you rationalize and go and give it 3 years transition period. And in the 3 years, the minister will be required to bring a statutory instrument after the 3 years. That is the second scenario. The third scenario is a transition period of 5 years. Okay? Are we together? That is, that's where we are. I will, Honorable Boa. Honorable Boa, Medi.
Right Honorable Speaker, from the explanatory memorandum presented for the 14 rationalization bills, the rationalization bills are policy decisions of government, implying under Rule 25 of the Rules of Procedure of this House, they constitute priority of government. Now, therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, with that justification, I beg to move that Rule 204, Sub-Rule 5, I beg to move.
Honorable members.
Sit.
Honorable members.
Sit. Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member.
Hold on.
We are suspending to allow debate. We are going to allow debate. Allow debate. Honorable members, allow him to finish. Stop pointing at him like that. Move the motion.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nsereko.
If Honorable
Nsereko, you sit.
The Member of Parliament for Kampala Central could listen a little. Rule 204.
And honorable members. Honorable members.
I will sit, but I will come.
Let's have respect for each other. We are saying we want the rules to be suspended to allow you to debate. 204. Please come and see. Come and see.
No, I'm holding the floor. I am on the floor. No. I can't. You check Rule 205.
Honorable, can you sit? Can you have a seat? Suspend the rule. Suspend the rule.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Suspend the rule, then we allow a debate. We shall allow the debate.
Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
There's a procedure. There's a procedure.
Right Honorable Speaker.
There's a procedure.
As you know, I am a servant of these rules. And I am afraid where we are heading. When the Honorable Ssenyonyi raised on a matter of procedure, Madam, you guided that the Honorable Hamson Obua is also on procedure. Quite skillfully, ingeniously, but also dishonestly, the Honorable Obua did not move on the procedure, but went on motion. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, why I'm even more afraid,
okay,
when you guided that we are going to amend the rules, I got scared. To suspend the rules.
To allow debate.
Yes. I do not know how you knew that the Honorable Bua was moving to suspend. Is it not procedurally right? Is it not procedurally right that you first take the procedural question raised by a member?
You raise a procedural question.
Is it not procedurally right that you allow the member first to move
you
a
raise
procedural
a
issue?
procedure question.
I'm not moving a second procedural issue apart from the one I've moved.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
You know, I knew that it was going on 204 because you taught a brilliant person.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam
Yes.
Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, whether you shout, I'm not a social scientist.
Madam Speaker, I have taken.
Honorable members, can you listen to the procedural matter?
Madam Speaker, I have taken oath as an MP here at least 3 times. Each time taking 2 oaths. The first, the oath of Parliament. The procedure issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, relates to no, the rules did not order in vain that when a member is speaking, you listen. They didn't order in vain. So I am waiting for members to keep quiet. I have on 3 occasions taken oath here, one of them being the oath of Parliament. And I think every MP has. We just define numbers. That oath assigns me a responsibility to protect the institution of Parliament, because without it I am not there. Madam Speaker, the reports have been read. We took a decision here as an institution of Parliament and said, coffee, no. Wait, you former wealth creation staff. We took a decision here. We took a decision, Madam Speaker. I am waiting for silence to submit. Madam Speaker,
members allow honorable.
Rules don't so allow MPs to just walk like they are in a corral, that they just move around like this. Rules don't allow. Madam Speaker, the oath that I took, especially the one of Parliament, and I want you to rule and address this matter, Madam Speaker. This Parliament passed a budget here, just by a dot, by Mr. Museveni. You came here and changed it. You said Coffee Development Authority must not go, and you took a decision here. I now sympathize with people who will be reading the Hansard of Parliament. They are going to ask simple questions. Was this the same Parliament? Which kind of Parliament is this one? That you take a decision today and tomorrow you come and fall on each other. So the question I am asking, Madam Speaker, the procedural issue. The procedural issue I am raising, not only for your interpretation, but also for protection. Madam Speaker, I am raising this procedural issue, and I will be patient until the MPs who are taking your attention have all left your chair. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, the issue I am asking you to address.
You ladies, why are you fighting for Bala?
Madam Speaker, we have our men this side.
So the procedural issue I am raising broadly and for the integrity of this Parliament, I have listened to all the reports. None of the report is speaking about the fact that a decision was made on this matter. We now congregate here to rescind our own decision the way we did with the budget. I am asking you, Madam Speaker, whether the MPs one by one, not collectively, but one by one, who took one oath of Parliament that they will respect this institution.
What is the procedural matter?
I was laying the preamble. Whether, Madam Speaker, we don't need to first address what is now growing as a habit, that this Parliament can take a decision, they arm twist it, we come running and change it. That's the procedural issue I am raising, whether this Parliament can continue doing what it is doing, that you take a decision, when you are shouted at, you come running and overrun your own decision.
Nobody has been shouted at. We have taken decisions here. The bills are returned and we pass them again. And if this decision was made and it was returned and said we need this bill to be passed, why are we fearing to pass it? It is in our rules. Yes.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Ssenyonyi is questioning this Parliament that a few months ago, this Parliament moved a motion that UCDA shouldn't be rationalized and that it should stay. The same Parliament today made a decision that NFA, which had been served by this Parliament, today, the same Parliament said that NFA goes. Does Honorable Ssenyonyi have the moral authority to say that this Parliament just changes when he himself has just changed from FDC to a new party which cannot have even 5 members?
Honorable members, Honorable Bua, Honorable Bua. Whom are you ordering now, Haji?
Right Honorable Speaker, for clarity and emphasis,
let Honorable Ssenyonyi.
Madam Speaker, I'm moving under Rule 222, which talks about reconsidering the decision of the House. The rule provides that it will be out of order to attempt to reconsider a specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session. I'm acutely aware during this current session, we came to a conclusion that UCDA should not be rationalized. And it is on record of Hansard. The rule guides how we must move if we intend to reconsider.
If you're buying time, you will sit here up to midnight.
Madam Speaker, I am entitled to
reconsider the
make my
NFA.
procedural.
You reconsider the NFA. Wasn't it passed in this very house?
We proceeded on NFA with full and blatant violation of the rules. I raised an issue here that we cannot. Proceed without amending, without moving that this rule should be suspended, and nobody listened to me.
And we are suspending the rule.
This house, Madam Speaker, we don't need to do double standards here. These rules are written for our guidance, and you are a custodian of the rules.
Honorable Kotogong.
You have not ruled on my matter.
It is because it doesn't deserve a ruling.
It does.
Madam Speaker.
Negwe ulile chiri mu parliament. Speaker aloza yafuka katonda wababaka. Ya atambulya mu nsawo ya Museveni akola Museveni byagala so si bano Uganda byagala. Ulya enjogera yi byonna byakola bikulaga nti ali one sided tali neutral ku nsonga z'eggwanga. Obi bantu betulina muzuukuke.
Speaker.
Madam Speaker, you had given me to raise a point of order.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
If you allow me.
Our rules are very clear. How a bill is processed.
Is it allowed that a member can talk when another one is on the floor?
I've been invited the Speaker.
Floor, I have a right to speak. My issue must be ruled on.
Honorable Lee, please sit.
To our rules of procedure, there's a clear process of how Parliament processes a bill. A bill is tabled to Parliament, it is referred to the committee, it is debated and passed, and is sent to the President. And the President can agree or disagree with certain provisions. And the bill can be returned. And the President has just returned the bill without comment that there are certain provisions that is not compatible with. And that is what Parliament is discussing. I think this is very clear.
Andrew.
Madam Speaker, I'd reason just to give information to Honorable Court Felix Okotogong, because if we look at Article 91 of the Constitution, the President actually didn't return the bill. The House collapsed that bill. So we started afresh. I just want to give information that was not returned.
Yes, we started the bill afresh. Yes, Kimosho.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Regarding the issue he raised about the session of Parliament, the Constitution of Uganda, the Constitution of Republic of Uganda, Article 97, 97.
About the session. Session is after
Yes,
1 year.
Article 95, Clause 4, a session of Parliament shall be held at least once a year, but the period between one session and the next session, the following session, shall be less than 12 months.
Yes, Ayo? Ayo? Honorable members, can you listen? The section that Honorable Lee raised does not apply in this case. It doesn't.
Right,
yes,
Honorable
Lee,
Speaker,
let's Ayo.
Honorable members, I think Honorable Guzile wants to mislead this House. The bill, the first bill was presented to this House. We processed it. In some of the bills, we supported government position. In some of them, we rejected as Parliament. It went to President. He declined to assent to it. And that died there. So, government, first listen. Right Honorable Speaker, government again reintroduced the bill that was gazetted in another number and it becomes completely...
Diana, come back.
So
Diana, come back.
When the bill was reintroduced...
Honorable members, I want members in the House.
The bill was regazetted with a different number and it comes back to the House as a new bill. So to say the old bill is the same going by that rule, Right Honorable Speaker, that would be wrong. It's a total new bill that we are processing, and I think we will proceed and process the bill like we have done in other bill. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. But that's the reality. The other bill collapsed.
The members imputing that I'm misleading the room, which is wrong. I'm addressing myself to a specific question. I'm not talking about the bill. The question before and for determination of the Speaker is the issue of rationalizing the entity was a question that this House had come to a conclusion.
There's a procedural issue
so
from Asuman.
Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you. I think, Right Honourable Speaker, we are looking shabby. And I want to seek your indulgence as the presiding officer to put us back on trail. There are 3 reports, a majority report and 2 minority reports. This House here is ready to debate the reports. Is ready to debate the reports. That opportunity is not being accorded because in your guidance there is supposed to be suspension of rules. As we speak now, it seems we are now delving into the debate. Right Honourable Speaker, wouldn't it be properly right to guide us on the way forward in as far as the debate of these reports is concerned?
Honorable members, I have said let Honorable Government Chief Whip move a motion to allow us debate.
Right Honorable Speaker, for clarity, Rule 204, Sub-Rule 5A and B reads as follows. The report of a committee on a bill shall be uploaded on the Parliamentary Information System for the information of members before it is laid on table. And B, and more importantly, only be debated after the expiry of at least 3 days from the day it was laid on table by the chairperson or the deputy chairperson or a member nominated by the committee or by the Speaker. It is upon this spirit that I stated
that the justification for moving this motion falls under Rule 25 on the order of business in this House, where priorities are granted to businesses of government, rationalization bills being one of them. I therefore move that Rule 204, Sub-Rule 5B, be suspended to allow debate on the reports, both majority and minority, on this bill. I beg to move.
Those in support of the rules, is the rule seconded? Is the motion seconded? Seconded by Omara, by Rita, Lanyo, by the whole side. Yes, I do.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, and I appreciate the intent of the Government Chief Whip in moving the motion, which is grounded in the rules. But when you read a law, it is required that you read it entirely. No rule stands on its own. Rule 204, Sub-Rule 5 that has been read must be read with Sub-Rule 6. And I will read. Sub-Rule 6 says, notwithstanding Sub-Rule 5, debate on the report may, in the discretion of the Speaker, ensue. And A starts with if. If you interrogate legislative drafting, once the word if is put before the sentence, it is conditional. It's a precursor, it's contingent. And it says, if 3 or more days have elapsed since the report of the committee was uploaded on the Parliamentary Information System and a notification of existence of the report sent out to all members by the clerk. I asked the clerk to confirm that there was a notice sent in the prescribed form. And it adds, and these are the details. When there is a semicolon, Madam Speaker, yes, and this one I can refer you to authority. There is an international authority called Justice Crabb, who wrote extensively on legal writing and legislative drafting. Once a semicolon is used and the word and, before you go to B, and, it means that the point in B is only in addition to satisfaction of A. And this is what B says. After it has been laid on the table by the chairperson, the chair laid the report today, or the deputy chairperson or a member nominated. Madam Speaker, our role here is to help you adjudicate on matters before us. 3 days in contentious matters in legislation, it is not a matter of do or die, in my opinion. It does not take away anything if we comply by these rules. But, and I have always raised this question here, whether you, Madam Speaker, when you adjudicate here, which side you sit on. If you sit as a neutral arbiter, and that's why you are seated in the middle, you are expected to accord both sides of the house a listening here. Once it comes and it's apparent on the face of it, Madam Speaker, that you are not giving both sides an equal hearing, then it is only proper that I invite you to consider these options. In our Rule 78, it is prohibited for the presiding officer, the Speaker, to take part in debate. But I've seen an innovation that you have had here, where you and the deputy occasionally come and sit in this house. I would therefore advise that once a presiding officer has interest, let the other presiding officer come so that you can interchange. When you want to debate, you go and sit, because you're a member of parliament. You're a member of parliament representing the constituency.
Honorable Dur, we have not even started debating on this report. We've not even started debating on this report. But if you want me to debate, I'll do it.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I have not talking. You see, debate in this house is defined.
Honorable members, we want the report to be debated upon. All you're doing is to block the report from being debated.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Let the report be debated upon. A motion has been moved.
I actually have no powers to block debate here. You know that. And there are days I've objected to certain things and members, and you have decided otherwise. And it has taken the day. All I am doing is to bring to your attention, as the presiding officer of this House, that when a matter has come, and the rules has expressly stated it, you as the Right Honorable Speaker, you have no powers to throw away the rules and bring in something else. If you want to do that, then every day you need to come and give us a guideline.
So where have we thrown the rules?
The rule says you cannot proceed on the debate unless 3 days after tabling has been, and it cannot be suspended. It cannot be suspended. That's my submission.
Can I ask you, Honorable Yona, is that rule entrenched?
Madam Speaker, if you are reading the rule, and what I'm saying is, you don't read it in isolation. So the fact that there is a provision for suspension of the rules of procedure, it doesn't mean that all the rules are actually available to be suspended. That's the point I'm raising. And I am saying, after 3 days, it doesn't take anything for us. It actually saves the legal challenges that may come over this matter. But if it pleases, like it has always been, that it is easy to violate rules and laws which has put us in this office, then we shall proceed. It is not a personal matter. I'm just raising it so that we do things the right way, correctly, as a National Assembly of this House.
Honorable members, honorable members, the bill was laid on table yesterday. Yes. It was uploaded in the morning. The report was laid on table yesterday. No. Just a minute. If you feel comfortable that the debate should be after 3 days, it doesn't cost much. We shall start with the first thing tomorrow. Don't bring your 14-day notice. That one, don't even forget. Why are courts there? Go. Huh? Yes, there is a procedural matter there.
Madam Speaker, maybe I also seek for your guidance and guidance of the House. When you look at Rule 16, suspension of rules, a member may, with the consent of the Speaker, move that a rule be suspended in its application to a particular motion before the House. And if the motion is carried, the rule in question shall be suspended. When you go to 2, this rule shall not apply in respect to Rule 6, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 1, 16, and 98. All other rules don't apply, can be suspended. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, when you come and you seek to guide the House and you rely on a rule, and you are stating that it is Rule 16 that provides for suspension of the rules, you are relying on the rules, and the rules is extensive. Do you think it makes sense for me to stand here and say I've suspended Rule 16 so that there is no suspension? That's what you are saying. So the rules are not read in isolation. And Madam Speaker, we are going in the right direction. The 3 days is contingent, and it doesn't hurt anything. I think it's the correct spirit, and everything.
Honorable Bua.
Right Honorable Speaker, in the interest of harmony, But while compliant with Rule 16 read by Honorable Kotogong that indicates which rules are entrenched and those not entrenched, I now beg to move another motion that Rule 204, Sub-Rule 5 and 6 entirely be suspended to allow debate on the report of this bill.
Procedure. Procedure.
Those in favor of that
procedure,
suspension.
Madam Speaker. No, no, no. Procedure.
Is it seconded? Is it seconded? The ayes have it. The debate is open. The debate is Sereko.
Madam Speaker, we are challenging your decision and we are more than 50.
It's okay.
We are challenging your decision.
Just
It's
a second.
okay.
Madam.
It's okay. Honorable Sereko.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I just want to bring it to your attention. Over 40 of us have stood to challenge your decision. And it's provided for in the rules that the Speaker's decision is actually challengeable. And there is a modus operandi. It starts by 40, at least 40 members standing up. And from what I see, we are over 40. I would like to suggest that...
Order, Madam Speaker.
Order. Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker, I'm still concluding this matter. Right, Honorable Speaker, I would like to suggest that you give audience to these over 40 members that have stood.
Which 40 members?
More than 40 here, Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker, I can mention the names.
Honorable members. Honorable members. But you wanted to debate.
Right, Honorable Speaker, you had wanted to know the 40 members. I can mention
Honorable members.
one by one by name.
Honorable members, listen. Honorable members, I want us to, one thing I can assure you, I am not going to put a question on second reading. That's one thing I can assure you. That is one thing I'm going to assure you, but I am telling you, let's exhaust a debate on this report.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
Maybe the person I can give my assurance is him. Let's have a debate, then we come back.
Uganda olemwa byebyo ebiri mu Palamenti yaffe n'abaka baffe aba Palamenti ne Speaker waffe Aneta Amongi Nalongo Mwanyi bagitwala Uganda mwezi bbiri abantu bano bali ready okukola buli kimu kasaba nga bafunamu nga gotofunamu nawe lisanyu lyabwe nno mufungize tulaba ate ebigenda okuva mu Palamenti naku olw'enkya nabyo bigenda okusalibwawo mbagala nnyo mukama bankuumire mweraba.